Hello, I'm Tony. I mastermind the YouTube channel Killbot&GorGorAttack. A lot goes on behind the scenes in my videos, so I would like to discuss them and give you an idea of what goes into making them. Not many videos were published during the first year, but a lot of things surrounded those videos, so I'm going to just focus on year one for now. Many have asked where the channel name comes from. Killbot is a character in the Ghoul mythos, and Gor Gor is a character in the GWAR mythos, a T-Rex to be specific. I thought the name sounded cool. It just sounded really metal. Over time, I've talked about punk, industrial, and I've even done a couple of instructional videos, but I still somehow think that the title still fits. The reason this channel started was because of the Dystopia VHS tape. I've had it transferred to DVD, but the tape wasn't on the internet, so it was necessary for me to fill the gap. As soon as I sent the links to Tank Crimes, as well as some of the bands that toured and made splits with them, the video got a stupid number of views within the first couple of hours. A lot of people reposted and shared the video with nostalgic thoughts, and I got a real rush knowing that everybody was enjoying the tape. The tape is so rare and expensive that not everybody can be able to watch it. Even if they could find a copy, they may not have a VCR, so this is to make sure that it's online forever. Besides, it's a VHS tape. They deteriorate like crazy, so this was necessary. Another reason that this channel started was because there weren't any vinyl reviews of bands like Autopsy, Carcass, Dystopia, or Obituary. I mean, not on their own anyway. Bands like these deserve their own videos. And as for me, personally, before I buy records, I usually like to do a little bit of research first, just to see which version is the best version, to see if they're sourced right, to see if the sound quality's good. And there wasn't any of that on YouTube at the time, so I decided to make it. The first video I made was the Dystopia vinyl and CD review. It took 3 months on and off to make, and wow does it show. Really horrible video. I don't think I've watched it all the way through more than once, and that was before I uploaded it. It took so long because I was new to video making, so I wasn't familiar with speeding up a video to match a voiceover. I was also really busy with personal things, so filming and editing a boring video like this wasn't exactly a priority. Because I wasn't familiar with editing, I tried to get the perfect shot with each take while explaining the information. Had I sped the footage and voice up and edited correctly, this video would have been at least 2 minutes shorter. Some Dystopia records cost a lot of money, so if you're thinking about spending a lot of money on them, maybe you'd want to see what you're getting first. That's what this video exists for. Same thing with the Autopsy video. There wasn't a standalone video in Autopsy vinyl, so I made one. This one didn't take but a month to make. I had a little more time on my hands, but I still wanted to spend my time watching movies and playing Castlevania, so this one just sat for a month until I finally got to it. This time I was energetic, completely different from the abomination that was the Dystopia video. That's not to say that this video isn't horribly edited or boring, but it's an improvement. I uploaded some of the concert footage from a Carcass and Obituary show that I went to, as well as the Napalm Death show that I saw that January. The Carcass show was so intense that I was in a kick to collect the vinyl of Carcass and Obituary. Once I had them all, I made a video showing the collection. 2 gnarly bands in 1 video. The audio quality was a lot better this time around, but it still sucked. My iPad microphone has a significantly lower volume than my Yeti, and I didn't start compressing and limiting the audio from the iPad footage until much later. As a result, I had to turn the music way down just to be able to hear my voice. Even then, sometimes you still can't hear it. Regardless, this was a fun video to make. This time it only took 4 days. But this was way before the videos started becoming complicated, so it's good at what it does. The GWAR video was made because America Must Be Destroyed was just reissued, so there were only 1 or 2 videos about it on YouTube at the time. None of these videos showed any past GWAR releases, so that's where I step in. I don't think it's essential watching unless you're collecting GWAR vinyl, especially since Scumdogs of the Universe has since gotten a vinyl reissue. The Ghoul and Ramones videos were shot at the same time. Same story. Nobody made videos about the vinyl for these bands, so they had to happen. I was going to see Ghoul that month, so I shot most of it before the show. The intro was shot the morning after the concert, so when I say last night I went to a gnarly show, I really did. This was also the first video where I show my face. There wasn't a reason to show it in the previous videos, but this time my character had to show. I'd say that if you're going to start watching my early videos, this is as early as you need to get, and you should ignore the earlier ones. But you probably won't listen, will you? I was mutual friends with one of the Ghoul members, so we had a really nice conversation after the show. I told him that I was making a video on them, and he told me to send it to him when he was done so that way he could repost it. Since then, I've made quite a few videos about Ghoul, and I always send them the links. I think at this point they see my name pop up on their page and they're like, hey, it's the guy who does videos on us. The hardest part about this video was shooting the outside scene where I'm talking about splatter thrash. This was because it was 10:30 at night and the neighbor's dog was barking. My neighbor didn't have any plans of being courteous to bring his dog inside, that way we could all sleep,
but I wanted to finish the video, so I shot it and overdubbed it afterwards. With the Ramones video, I wanted to leave my room and go all over town. I had 2 friends help me with this one. It was like I got most of everything I wanted from the video, and it turned out great. I probably should have overdubbed more of my outside vocals or used a lapel mic. I should have also edited and sped up the sections about the first 4 and the last 3 albums. However, I feel like it turned out great. We went to the library for the bathroom part, and we went downtown for a good chunk of the rest of it. Most of it happened in one day. We got up early and finished it in the evening, topped off with pizza. I think the music video made the presentation better, not to mention it made the video more fun to watch. Whoever was in charge of the Ramones Facebook page sent me a message saying that they liked the video. That was something I was very proud of.
For a couple of months, I couldn't think of anything else to make. I knew that I wanted the channel to be music related somehow, but I didn't exactly know what to do next. YouTube wasn't exactly a priority for me. Arkham Knight came out that summer, and I was binge watching a bunch of HBO series to pass time. However, I figured maybe I could do something useful and upload the VHS transfers of 2 GWAR tapes, Dawn of the Day of the Night of the Penguins and Rendezvous with Ragnarok.
Fortunately, I didn't get hit with any copyright strikes. Then again, it wasn't on my radar. There was copyrighted stuff left and right on YouTube, so I didn't think it would be an issue. My next video did get a copyright strike. In October, I made a best-of compilation of a Daria character, Miss Barch. DiMartino had one at the time, so I thought I'd make one of my own. MTV didn't like it. They're notoriously poor sports when it comes to using copyrighted content. I sent them multiple emails asking if they could remove the strike, promising that I would delete the video if they did. I got one reply saying that they would remove the strike, but they never did. What a buzzkill. So I had to wait 6 months for the strike to expire. I obviously didn't have a case because it wasn't fair use, so I take the hit. It was all my fault, and I should have known better. After I was educated on how fair use works, I've been more careful. Actually, this also partially explains why the Life is Abuse video was split into 2 parts. The time of my videos couldn't go longer than 15 minutes. It was probably a good thing though, as that video would have been 30 minutes. But this copyright strike made me question the GWAR tapes being on the channel, so I messaged Metal Blade to ask permission to keep them up. After all, one of them was being monetized by them. They replied that if GWAR wanted them online, GWAR would upload them themselves. Needless to say, these 2 videos were not on the channel very long after I read that. Entombed's Unholy Vinyl Trilogy video. Everything looked better here. You can still blatantly see me reading the script in some shots as you would in a couple of future videos, but this was made a lot better than anything before it. It only took 2 days from start to finish. I was at a convention where I saw this 8mm film projector, so it gave me the idea of making it look like it was from a film reel. For some reason, when I use old-timey music in my videos, they always turn out cheesy. Donkey Kong Country 2 was made because I knew that Nintendorks wasn't even going to announce its 20th anniversary, the bastards. It's my favorite game, so it would be wrong for me not to acknowledge it somehow. I even recorded a metal cover of the first game's theme song. It doesn't sound good, but it exists. In fact, the video doesn't even look good. I was using the front camera on my iPad, which doesn't have the same resolution as the main camera. That's why there are black bars on the sides of parts of the video, kind of like a Roseanne episode. From then on, I would use the main camera of my iPad. Lots of mistakes were made in the first year of the channel, so I learned as I went along. I didn't have any way of recording game footage, so I took some off of YouTube. I played the game before making the video, and as I was playing it, I took notes and later on I voiced the script. Sometimes I like to play matchmaker. You know, putting hopeless people and things on dates with each other. So I took the voice from the video editor and put it on a sexy date with the footage of the levels I was referring to, and now they're happily married. But on the verge of divorce. Irreconcilable differences, but this did give me a new perspective on gaming channels. See, some people think that gaming channels have it easy, but truthfully, it's harder to edit gameplay footage than you think. Then again, the only gaming-related videos I watch are by the Angry Video Game Nerd. He's funny as hell, and he's a huge influence on how I make videos. There are videos he's made in the 2000s that people are still watching. So now I try to make videos that have a lasting effect. My channel will remain primarily music-related, but given that I enjoy the occasional video game and love variety, once in a great while I'll do a Let's Play or a game review. But this will not become a gaming channel. I personally think that there are just too many of them out there, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. The final video of this year was Nile vinyl review. I've always wanted to do some green screening, so I bought a green screen and learned how to use it. Before this, I used a variety of crappy cameras for each video. I used my laptop camera, an old camera that could shoot video, and when my friends helped, they'd shoot with their phone cameras. But from here on out, I stuck with the main iPad camera. It gets great 1080 resolution when used right, so the goal was to make this video look good on a flat screen TV. I bought an iPad adapter for my tripod, and that was useful because then I didn't need anybody helping me film all the time. My jokes and bad drawings were part of what made it a good video. The bad drawings would become a recurring joke in later videos because everybody reacted so well to them here. It was a good video to end the year with. Definitely the best video I've made at that point. The humor, editing, pacing, and presentation was everything I wanted. Nile assuming its ultimate form is something that everybody looks forward to. Anyway, I sent the link to Carl Sanders of Nile, and he reposted it to his Facebook page. Not only was I flattered as hell that he was nice enough to do that, but it gave me the push to keep going. Everybody on his page and in the comments section reacted well to the video, even with my going crazy. This meant that I could be less restrained and be even crazier. Also, with my limited knowledge of making videos, I've wanted to make it look like I was being whipped in front of pyramids. I did not know how to do that task, so my green screen was a great learning tool, and I found a way to get it done. If I could find a way to do that, I could find a way to do a lot of things. I kind of have the Dave Brocky attitude, where something might be very hard, difficult, or near impossible to do, but I can always find a way to do them. When I saw Nile months later, I got to meet Mr. Carl. I shook his hand and thanked him for reposting the video. I now knew that I could make a great video, and I had approval from one of my favorite musicians.
Year 1 of Killbot and Gor Gor Attack was a rocky one. Lots of mistakes were made during the videos, but sometimes mistakes are necessary. They're there to remind you that what you're watching is just a movie or just a video, and maybe over time you can learn to appreciate the flaws. However, if anything catastrophic happens to where these videos get deleted for whatever reason, the videos I re-upload will have better audio quality and they will be edited better. And as for the autopsy video, I think I might add the Mosh Pit and the Pendulum review of Skull Grinder at the end. If enough people ask me to re-upload these videos like this, I will. But for now, I don't want to live in the past and I just want to focus on making newer videos. Had I made more videos throughout the year instead of just these few, I think the channel would have picked up a little faster. But I didn't realize until Carl Sanders reposted my video that I had a lot of fun making these videos, so only then did I decide to make it a priority. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. At some point, I'm going to get to the videos of 2016. Grind on.